Hey, it's Wes. We're going to do something a little bit different today. I've actually wanted to do kind of like almost like a ask me anything type thing, but in all honesty, I've only got a handful of subscribers, so I don't think it's really something really to do yet. But I do want to kind of explain what the channel really is. I make videos whenever I'm stressed. I know that sounds stupid, but what it is, I play video games whenever I'm stressed out. And not too long ago, I upgraded my graphics card, so I was like, you know what, I may as well go ahead and record some of my gameplay for myself. That way I can review it and see where I'm making mistakes, get better at the game, and so on. But also, I do it because I'm stressed. And so it's a way to relax, and it's really the playing the game itself is the relaxation, not so much the videos. But I was like, you know what, I enjoy watching them for my own self. Other people may as well. So that really kind of got me thinking. I was like, why not just go ahead and put together a couple of shorts and things like that as I go. But I wanted to do a reaction today to this video from 2019, Awaken, which is a League of Legends cinematic. And I actually kind of fill in some of the why I am stressed and things like that whenever we go through this. It'll kind of help you understand what the channel's really all about. Before I even start, though, one thing I do want to say right off the bat, first things first. The channel itself, when it begins to feel like work, I'm not going to do it anymore. If it ever gets to the point where I've got enough of an audience or something to really dedicate a lot of time into it, I might hire like a video editor or something, but it's not something that I myself really have the time for. It's not that I don't enjoy that type of stuff, but I just don't really have the time. But I want to make a real quick reaction to this real quick because I want you to understand where I come from and why I suck at this game despite having played it forever. And let's jump into the song.
The night beckons while you dream.
I love Jen. I don't play ADC though. Draven looks bored. That artwork is just absolutely amazing. Aurelia was actually my very first, if you could say, main. And the reason why I was back before her rework. I remember reading somebody somewhere sometime said that the thing with Aurelia and Riven and certain other champs, and there was a handful of it they listed off. I said, you know, the thing with those is they don't necessarily have a hard counter, but they're almost always a skills matchup. Yeah, for instance, Renekton, no, you're not going to be able to fight him early with Aurelia, but you scale, he doesn't. And what I noticed is that with her Q, I could farm really well, and I was terrible at farming. One of the reasons why is I have got terrible neuropathy. It's not as bad as it used to be. I'm actually 10 years in a recovery from cancer. Well, I was 10 years recovery from cancer. I am unfortunately back at day 0. In about a week and a half, I go and I get a surgery. And the doctor says that this time around I won't have to take chemo, I won't have to take radiation, but I will be supposedly at that point cancer-free once more. So unfortunately, my Relay for Life, I gotten up to the 10-year club, but I'll be unfortunately joining the 1 year, or I guess 0 year next year. Sad, but it is what it is. Now you know why I'm stressed. In about a week and a half, I go in, I have a surgery, hope for the surgery fixes what's wrong, and we go from there. Aurelia was my first main because I could actually last hit with her, and I loved her for it. I just love this environment here that they're creating with this music. That change in tempo. Stunning artwork. I'll back up just a moment. You have Scion basically ulting in. You've got Riven there. You've got Scion more or less ulting in, just absolutely demolishing Aurelia, which is about right, unfortunately. And you see Aurelia is kind of looking up around and realizing, wow, things are not going good. And you've just got this beast. Now, the thing about Scion is I related to him very, very well. I like playing Scion. I enjoy playing as him. I don't do the whole cheese, int to win crap. But the thing with Scion is his rework was right about a year to 2 years after I had gone through radiation and chemotherapy. And some of his quotes, the whole, what am I? That quote and things like that, they just hit, man. They just hit. Whenever you've been through some big stuff like that, medically, it hits. And I'm young. I'm not that old. Well, I'm old now. I'm in my mid-40s. But at the time, I was in my early to mid-30s. And, that's the kind of stuff you hear about, different people getting. But never happens to you at that age. It's always, the elderly or somebody you grew up with that you used to know type stuff. But it's never you. It's never in your own home until it is. But yeah, I can relate to him. There's a lot of quotes that he had whenever they did his rework. And it was shortly after I'd gone through radiation and chemotherapy. I clicked with that champ for a while. If you hear that clicky clack, that's my dog. He's walking. He hears me talking. He's coming checking out what's going on. Camille, I love her. I've never actually played her a whole lot. Great champ. Riven, I love Riven. I just love playing her. Draven. I'm not an ADC guy, so I've never really actually played Riven. I'm more of a top, jungle, and mid person. I dig this song so much I couldn't stop. I had to listen to it for a little bit. But man, it amazes me how wonderfully made this is. Of course, you get to this section and Aurelia is had. She's she's in a spot. Camille, she's coming up on Jen, and it's just absolutely amazing. The quality of these videos. Riven, I love her. I'm a terrible Riven player, but I love playing her. By the way, I'm terrible almost everybody I play. But when you got neuropathy, you can't feel your fingers, right? It's kind of hard to hit skill shots. That's why I mostly played tanks for the most part for a very long time. Of course, Karma comes through in the clutch. That's the thing about life. That's the thing about League of Legends. If you work together as a team, you can really conquer so much more than if you're on your own. And of course, Camille, her dudes are getting busted. Akali, I actually do play Akali. Love her. This song, it just smacks. Frickin' Yasuo. I can't stand him. But he's on the good guys, I guess. At least for the purpose of this video. Well, Kennen. I tried playing him, I couldn't click with him. And of course, the ADC go melee range, that's about right. And that is, if I'm thinking right, that's, lost my mouse. Scion, that's him after he is finished, I guess. So his passive is going. Or at least that's the assumption on my part, which looks like he can go for a while yet. But man, this song smacks, and I love it. Just wonderful sound, wonderfully put together, video with it as well. It just, stuff like this is what made League of Legends what it is my honest to God opinion. The fact that they put such high quality work into creating these things to be able to showcase what they were doing to help to build this world is really so much about what made League of Legends great to play. I still play it, like I said, I play it right now. If you ever look, I basically didn't play from 2001, 2002, 2003, or if I did, it was only in spurts because I just didn't have time. And I'm playing again because, like I said, I'm stressed and I want to relax, and it's a way for me to kind of keep my mind. Earlier in the video, it's the first time I've admitted to myself I'm no longer cancer free. And I've known about this now for 2-3 months, and it's the first time I've actually admitted it. But that's part of life. But man, this video and these characters, they just speak to you so much. That's all I really wanted to share with you today. Thank you, and you have a great day.